Every city has a story, but some cities against all odds choose to tell the world's stories. In the heart of northern Nigeria, Kaduna is daring to write its own chapter through film. This is Kaduna International Film Festival. Now, in its eighth edition, it has grown from a bold experiment into a global creative gathering. This year, more than 2,000 films from over 50 countries arrived, from Kampala to Kolkata, Paris to Abuja. Uganda unexpectedly led the way with the highest number of submissions, but only a few carefully chose and made it to the big screen. A reminder that at KADIFF, it's not about quantity, it's about quality and purpose.
This year we received over 2,000 entries from over 50 countries, and over 20 films were shortlisted, with Uganda having the highest number of entries.
The theme was bold: film for social change. Stories on religious intolerance, women's health, drug abuse, the girl child's right to education are spotlighted. Human trafficking was also included. Films that don't just entertain, but films that disturb, inspire, and demand action.
We can use film to fight against drug. When we look at girl child education, using film to make an impact in that area, we're also looking at the issues of women trafficking.
Even government agencies, the NCC, NDLEA, NAPTIP, stepped into the frame, signaling a rare partnership between art and policy. The response was massive. Delegates flew in from Uganda, Cameroon, India, France, the United Kingdom. For 5 days in August, Kaduna became a crossroad of cultures and a beacon of possibility. But amid this international acclaim lies a paradox. Local participation from Kaduna itself from the north remains painfully low, barely 1%. Why? Some say cultural barriers, lack of awareness, sometimes the absence of opportunity.
Kaduna Film Festival has gotten the biggest and the largest kind of publicity. It's on Wale Adenuga production, it's on DSTV, it's on different platforms. But I tell you the truth, without missing words, it is being undermined by the people from Kaduna State. Now the question is, how many practitioners came? Few, 1%.
It was very nice. Felt like a little bit like home, having a cup of Lipton's tea. And just to hear the kind of breadth of people that they've got, who they've invited. They've had quite a lot of people from across the region, from East Africa as well, West Africa, and then to go through the programme and see, the different types of films, best film, independent film, and obviously we've got the documentary section as well, so I'm particularly interested in.
Yet change is already visible. This year brought a quiet revolution: the launch of a skill acquisition program, workshops, masterclasses, practical training. Not just watching films, but learning how to make them. Here, creativity meets employability and art becomes opportunity. Government, too, is finding its role, renovating the Kaduna Cultural House, investing in policy, promising support for local productions. But officials are candid. They cannot do it alone. They are calling for public-private partnerships, for sponsors and investors to share this dream.
We need private individuals to come in and then join hands together to lift the youth of Kaduna State.
The ripple effect is already felt. Hotels filled to capacity, streets alive with festival traffic. Kaduna, for a brief week, became a city of lights, voices, and stories. The 8th edition has been called the festival's coming of age. Years of patient work are bearing fruit. Better organization, bigger audience, government partnership, and international respect.
Let me use the illustration of a plant. In the early years of a tree, there's a lot of work underground. The roots stabilizing, drawing nutrients, firming up and just building. And then finally, you begin to see the flowers and the fruits, And you see a bit of sprouting. That's how you know there's a plant. But eventually, you begin to see the flowers and then you see the fruits. I think this 8th year is a year of the fruits.
And voices like Francis Duras remind participants that cinema is not only craft, it is culture, economy, and heritage.
Take it or leave it. The world cannot undermine Nollywood. Undermine it at your own. Was Netflix here? Amazon. Yes, Netflix, they have come to Nigeria. Why are they here? You have the population, you have the natural resources, the human resources, you have the market. What else are you waiting for?
The journey ahead is long. To cement Kaduna as the creative capital of Northern Nigeria will require more than 5 days each year. It will take persistence, sponsorship, collaboration, and above all, belief. But something is shifting. With every edition, this festival grows stronger, louder, more certain of its voice. And with it, Kaduna, a city once overlooked, is finding its place on the world's creative map. This is not just a film festival. This is the power of story. For the S24 documentary special, I am Halima Abdulrauf.